Hey there and welcome back to Circuit the World. My name's Alice and today we have September's Drivecrate box. Now for once I actually do remember the theme of the box. This month's theme is the United States. Now I know I said at the end of the, the August video that I thought this one might be the US. I completely got my dates wrong because the US GP isn't until October, which was the end of October I think. Or the middle of October. Irrelevant. It's in October, not September. So I actually got my dates wrong, but lo and behold, I was right anyway. So we have the United States Drivecrate box today. It is one circuit themed, which I have said in the past I think works better. So we're going to see. It is, as I just showed, rattling. I've got no idea what's in this. So let's get it open and find out. As per usual, you get the first look. Ooh! Yeah, okay. I thought that might be what they were that were making that rattling noise. They seem a bit higgledy-piggledy. We have a sticker off the top, which is a little Mick Schumacher 47 US. That's a really cool sticker. I really like the design, the actual little graphic of it with the flag and the car and the number. I really like this sticker. It's a very cool little sticker, so I'm very happy with that. Obviously, a little book here that says the United States of America, which is what this box is themed on. Also with our nice new rebranding we discussed last time. We'll go through this at the end once we have been through the box. But as you can see, what? That sounded so terrible. I'm sorry. I'm ill. We have another adventure patch. I can't remember if the other one was called. In fact, ironically, here is my bag with the Hungarian patch on. So that's where this is going to go. But it is a United States Austin adventure patch. I can't remember if the Hungarian patch was called an adventure patch or if it was called something else. I can't remember now. But this is really cool. It's basically the Texas state here in this color. And then United States GP with the Cota Tower on the back. This is a really cool patch, and I'm actually super glad it doesn't match. Well, super glad. I'm okay with the fact it doesn't match the other one. I would have quite liked them all to have the... I'll just bring the bag in for this. I'd have quite liked them all to have this circle shape like patch, but to have the different designs and things. That's so cool. Also, super glad Drivecrate Originals are back. Super glad Drivecrate Originals are back with another adventure patch. I am very happy with this product. I love it. Also, the box is feeling super full again, which is always nice. Even if there is only like the normal 6 products, it's always nice when the boxes feel full when you open them or when you're holding them, because it just feels like good value for money, if you get what I mean. Next up, we have our very lovely another mini circuit, World Circuits mini circuit. God, if you can't tell, I'm a little bit ill at the moment, so excuse the random rambling. We have a brand new circuit, Checking the Wall. We have not had this one before. It is in fact Cota, and I very much, in fact, I don't think I put Spa up on the wall yet. I haven't, so I've got a couple to put up now. But yes, this is Cota, very nice. I like it a lot. Another black one. Drivecrate, please provide us some more white ones. We've got a couple of random white ones now. So the I don't know however many of you are interested in this, but just in case you are, the text, if you can see, it's here, which means hanging on the wall would probably be how I'm holding it now, which I'm quite happy with. That feels like a natural orientation for it. I've spoken about this before, but the Imola one, where the wording is, doesn't now sit in the natural orientation for me. But another one for the collection. I absolutely freaking love these, so always glad to see them in the box. Let's move on. So this is what was rattling. They are Nerds. I have had Nerds before, but these are grape and strawberry flavor. I'm not sure I've had these ones before. Sometimes they come, these are going to be the most annoying thing to film with. Sometimes they come with like 2 openings, so you can get the 2 different flavors, but this only has 1. I will open this. We will have a try. Just in case anyone doesn't know, they look like this. That is what they look like. I also want to put these down fairly quick because they smell. The grape scent is very strong. It was very strong when I opened the box as well. I'm going to ask Hume that's going to be the more dominant flavor. I've got a fairly even handful there. I do like Nerds. I mean, they're very strong in sugar because they are predominantly just sugar. But they're fine. They're kind of what you expect them to be. They're nuts. They're good. Very tasty. We also have another snack. Oh, is it another Tootsie Roll? Okay, I'm not going to open this and eat this because I did and this is the confusion I have with the Swedish fish as well. I did a Taste the World US American Sweets edition. There was a Tootsie Roll in that video. So that is why I'm not going to eat that. If you want to go see me try a whole load of other US candies as well, the Swedish fish, some more nerds, I think there's some airheads in there as well. Go check out that video. There'll be a link probably on the card somewhere on the screen and definitely down in the description box. So do that. But I won't be eating the Tootsie Roll today. But there was a second snack. We had two snacks again in this box. Second one's a Tootsie Roll. What next? This is extremely expected. Oh my god, this box is so good. There's so much in this box. We've got another Drivecrate original in the bottom, I think, which I'm actually super excited about finding, and a poster under what is probably the most expected item in this box, our merch, which is indeed a Haas F1 cap. Sometimes the merch really does fit the theme, as per this one. But what I do quite like when they have merch products like this is that this is not, okay, it's a Haas hat. Okay, I'm not going to wear a Haas hat. I don't support Haas. But it's not driver specific. This is also not this year's because of the color of it. I'm confident. I quite like the brill, beak, whatever it's called. The little design on that I quite like. It's quite a nice little hat actually. For a bit of a subtle one, I quite like it. But I also prefer, going back to what I was saying briefly, when they're going to do things like this, like we had the McLaren bottle opener a few boxes ago and some other bits like that, I prefer them to be team rather than driver specific. I think I've tried to divvy around this point before, but let's try and get it super clear this time. I prefer it when it's team because although, okay, no, I don't support Haas, no, I'm not going to have any other reason to wear this cap, really, apart from in this video, and maybe in a track talk when they do, then they are coming back, by the way, but maybe in a track talk, if I talk about Haas as the predominant feature, I don't know, maybe then I'll wear it. But it's still more generic than having like a Mazepin hat in here, which I'm pretty sure most people wouldn't want. So I prefer it when it's slightly more generic. So Smitty car prints, I do believe we've had one of these before, from Smitty.shop. I'm so excited about those. They are so cool. You can kind of see them in the second camera. There's a little sneak preview of what we got coming up as I try and get this open. I think I'm not going to have anything to dictate my point. I think they've done what I think they should do, which they have. Okay, we've got a slight contentious point on here. So here we are. This is a very classic looking, very simplistic, very cool. But as you can see, if we zoom in, we obviously have a little Ferrari there, with a white cap on, a white race helmet on, which would imply Vettel to me. Maybe. So that's the only point where people might be like, oh, I'd have loved the print, but not with this car in it. I would have wanted a green car or a blue car or a yellow car or a silver car rather than the red one. But I still really like this. I think this is a pretty cool little print. And it's quite nice and simplistic, and I really do like it. I very much like this. It's a nice style. I'd love to have like a few of these. Maybe like half the size, but then a few of them just dotted all around the wall because I think they're just nice. They look like race posters. They look like Grand Prix posters. So I really like that. That's very nice and simplistic. And finally, the last thing in our box, which is going to make a decision for me later quite difficult, we have another Drivecrate original. So not one, but two Drivecrate originals in this box. And these are Circuit of the America themed socks. I love this. I still wear the, I mean, they're way too big for me, but I still wear the other socks we have. I think they were Monaco socks. So, okay, so they kind of look a little bit like the curb, maybe, on the circuit. Does that breed true to anybody but me? I'm trying to lay them kind of flat so we can have a look at this. So we've got this with this blue and red stripe coming down the center. The actual track map is on the toe, or on the middle of the foot there. You got some stars on the bottom, Texas on one side, Austin on the other, and then around the top it says Circuit of the Americas. The two socks match. They are identical, which arguably I prefer because they're a pair of socks, so they should match. But these are super cool. I really like these, and I like the kind of, to me they feel like they've been designed on like the track layout not the track layout, the curbing. So like this is the track, and then this is the curbing. We got some more curbing down here. So it kind of feels like a corner on the circuit you're wearing on your feet. I really like them. They're quite simple in design. I love the little border around the top with the actual circuit name on them. And I like the detail of having the track map and then Texas Austin just kind of poking through on the side. I really like these socks. I think they're really well designed, and I'm super happy with them. I only wish we had all the socks for all the circuits. And I only wish they were slightly smaller for people like me who have itty bitty feet. Because these quite big for my feet. I try show. Here's my foot sort of. And here is a sock for comparison. So that's everything that comes in the box. We've got a good box this time. And this kind of rings true to my point I've been making for the last few months about how the boxes are seemingly better if we focus on one circuit and one track and one race, because you just I would genuinely, before like even looking into anything more, I would genuinely put this on par with the Imola box we got earlier this year. I think April this year was the Imola box. I'll link to that in a card right now, just so you can see what I'm talking about if you don't know. But that box was just so, everything fit. It all felt like it came together really perfectly because it didn't have to share a theme. You didn't have two circuits that maybe didn't quite meet eye to eye, or some items in the box that were being really forced into a theme, right? So this all feels like it fits really, really well. And therefore, I probably would put the Imola one just a little bit higher because I really did like some of the products that were in the Imola box, and that print is still really cool. Even though I'm not a Hamilton fan, I still think that print is like beautiful. I absolutely love it. And I still need to find somewhere to put it on the wall. And my Spa thing, actually, I haven't done anything with the stuff from the last box, have I? Because the Spa sign also isn't on the wall, which it should be. Don't worry, next one of these things will all be on the wall, don't you panic. But let's have a look through the book and let's see exactly what was in our box today that I keep raving on about as being a very good box. So here we go. Again, with our lovely redesigned book now with a nice picture of, see, this is kind of what we talk about, the stars and the curbing colouring you've got, and here's another bit of that colouring around the corners on the socks. It's just what it says to me. Anyway, enough rambling. Ooh, the Texas roller coaster. What was in our box based on the US Grand Prix? Well, I shall tell you. In the box this month, we had official Haas F1 team cap. The only American outfit on the grid have had a tough season so far. Show your support for the team from North Carolina with this official team cap, featuring a subtle design with embossed logos and disrupt pattern on the brim. Drivecrate original Coda socks. Add a little F1 to your outfit with these exclusive socks. Inspired by the striking red, white and blue stripes seen at the circuit, this design is guaranteed to make you stand out from the crowd. Circuit of the Americas track art. This great piece perfectly captures the twists and turns of the Circuit of the Americas. You can see how the first sector takes inspiration from Silverstone's famous Maggots Beckett's Chapel complex with its long sweeping bends. Drivecrate original US GP Adventure Patch. Capturing the iconic observation tower that stretches 77 meters into the sky above the track, this iron-on patch is a great collectible and also features the bold colors of Texas. American Nerds and Tootsie Rolls. Nerds are a crunchy candy that pairs delicious, fruity flavors. You'll keep coming back for more. Tootsie Rolls are chocolate-flavored taffy candy popular throughout America. How do you think these iconic treats taste? Mick Schumacher Haas sticker. Show your support for the American team's star driver with this awesome sticker featuring the colors of the United States and Germany. Mick's father Michael won in the US on 5 occasions, all at Indianapolis. And finally, Coda by Smitty Car Prints. Featuring a Ferrari taking the ultra-fast turn 16, 17, 18 complex, this minimalist artwork from Smitty Car Prints adds a touch of motorsport action to any wall. Alright, so no, unfortunately no little discount codes for you this time, but let's have a little butchers at what is in the book. Next page shows us the United States GP. We've got a Did You Know, or which I'll read in a minute, and it also shows you where tracks from Formula One specifically have appeared on the American map. Words failed me there. Because obviously the United States of America has many more circuits than are currently listed on this, but this is predominantly or only focused on circuits that have hosted Formula One Grand Prix. So yeah, that's what that is. And a couple of other places, actually wait, that's not specifically true. Indianapolis Motor Speedway, yes. Watkins Glen, yes. Savannah Road Circuit, yes. Technically not an official F1 World Championship race, but it hosted the very first American Grand Prix in 1908 for funsies. That's a fun fact. Miami, Florida is the birthplace of world champion Phil Hill. Circuit of the Americas, obviously, and then Auburn, California is the birthplace of Alexander Rossi, who's the most recent driver to have taken seat in Formula One. Did you know? Until 1960, the Indy 500 was part of the F1 Championship. Several American drivers therefore gained F1 race entries despite never setting foot in Europe. That's so cool! I did not know that. That's a great did you know. Alright, and moving on to the expected page, our COTA page that tells you all about the track, some interesting facts and things about the certain corners, and a little bit more information about the design and all that, this and the other, and a very cool picture of the observation tower, which if I ever go to COTA, I'll definitely be visiting. One final did you know for you? Did you know the first laps of the new circuit were conducted by Mario Andretti in his Lotus 79. The American legend won on home soil in 1977 driving for Lotus, and that's everything that's in the box. As I said, this was another very strong box. The box felt full as you opened it. All of the products fit the theme extremely well, and all of the products are, very importantly, very good. I'm gonna have a hard time now picking out favorites and least favorites. I think my favorite is gonna be our adventure patch, just because I think they're so cool in concept. I really like the design of this one. I like how it's the same but different from the Hungaroring one we've already got, and I just like the look of it. I like the collectability aspect of it. I wish these were in every single box, because this would be the thing to me that would keep you coming back and wanting to keep going with the subscription box, because you want the next one of these. Obviously these have a limit, right? Because once we've gone through the entire season and you've given out all of them for that season, the calendar doesn't change that much year to year, which means these would then lose worth. Well, no, that's the wrong word. Not lose worth, but lose, like, once you've got it, once you've collected it, I don't want it again. You know what I mean? And then there's the toss-up of if you didn't get the US box last year, but you got it this year because you're a new subscriber, what happens with these? Have you missed it? Like, I love the idea of these. I think they just need a little bit of refining on how they're going to be distributed in the boxes, but I get very excited every time I see them in the box. And I'm not going to pick a least favorite, because this time I just can't, without it being a bit of a cop-out, if I'm honest. I could pick the team hat because I'm not a fan of hats and I'm not going to wear that hat. That's a cop-out. I could pick the sweets because I don't know, because feels like a cop-out. So we're not doing least favorite this time. There is not a least favorite product in this box. I love this box so much. It's been so well done. This is exactly what I love to see from Drivecrate. I really hope that they continue on this single circuit, single race focus, because it does lead to better boxes, in my opinion. Let me know what your favorite product was in this box, what product you didn't like in this box, what products you wish had been in this box. If you get this box, what you thought of the box. Just leave any thoughts, theories, gambles, whatever. Leave all of those lovely juicy word thingies down in the comment box down below, and I'll be sure to check those out and keep the conversation going with you down there. But for now, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. It's been an absolute blast as always. If you enjoyed this video, go show that like button some good old-fashioned love. And if you want to support the channel, go hit subscribe and ring that bell so you don't miss next time I upload a video. Stay awesome, and I will see you all, see how this goes, in the next video! Ow! Okay. I tried. I thought my voice was back a bit more, but clearly, ow, no, it's not. It's really not.